Tonight, the mayor of Irving revealed new details about the arrest of an Irving MacArthur freshman arrested after bringing what he called a homemade clock to school. Fox 4's Brandon Todd is at tonight's Arlington Republican Club meeting where the mayor spoke. Brandon.
Yeah, exactly, Heather. Beth Van Dyne, the invited guest speaker tonight. Much of her speech centered around Sharia law, though, kind of a backstory and how she took a lot of criticism on social media for the city's handling of that. But she also spoke in defense of the city and the school district surrounding that arrest of the 14-year-old and that homemade clock.
I really appreciate your warm welcome and supportive emails and text messages.
Irving Mayor Beth Van Dyne invited to speak to the Arlington Republicans Club, and for the first time since 14-year-old Ahmed Mohamed was handcuffed and arrested last week for bringing this homemade clock to MacArthur High School, Van Dyne reveals new details, as much as she legally can discuss, about how that incident played out.
In my own conversations with the police is that he was not forthcoming with information. But I just think common sense prevails. Does it make sense? And if not, why?
She says since the boy is a juvenile, his police records are sealed. But she characterized his responses to questions about the clock from police and school officials as evasive.
The family has been non-responsive to their requests to sign off that they can release that information. So right now we're waiting to hear back from the parents that we can release all that information and have that kind of transparency out in the public.
Mohamed was suspended for 3 days because the clock was considered a suspicious device. Police determined Mohamed meant no harm and have dropped the case. His parents have described the teen as a budding inventor and initially said he brought the clock to school innocently to show a teacher. Some have claimed the freshman was profiled because of his race and religion. But the president of the Texas Municipal Patrolmen's Association says quite the contrary.
Any person who breaks the law or potentially breaks the law is going to be questioned, especially in the school system. They have to protect the teachers and the students that are there at the school.
Heath Wester says after speaking with officers who were part of the response and the Irving police chief, he says his conclusion was that it was a hoax bomb and the boy knew exactly what he was doing.
I think his intent was to see how far he could get with a device and to see what kind of alarmment he could get. And as you can see now, he's got what he asked for. He's gotten that alarmment. He's gotten that excitement or whatever he was trying to get, he got it.
And now today I did reach out to CARE, the Council on American and Islamic Relations. That group has been very critical of the city and the school district in the way that they've handled all of this. And that local representative for CARE did not return my call or email today. Heather?
All right, so Brandon, regarding the records at the police department and also at the school district, it's the parents who have the final say on the privacy of those records, right?
Exactly, and as the mayor sort of suggested, they have the right, if they want to sign a document releasing the city of that privacy part of that whole thing, and then the city would be able to release those documents and really tell their side of the story. The school district has already reached out to the family and their attorneys to ask them to sign a document releasing the school records as well, so that the school district could tell its side of the story. The family so far has declined to do either. Heather?
Well, because then there's the transparency, and we can all see what happened. All right, Brandon Todd, live tonight. Thank you.